everyone, welcome back to the channel. There's a piece of furniture there and I was like, is that IKEA gray? Are we back on that grind of the IKEA gray furniture still? And no, that's actually an old piece that they painted gray and then they put one ugly doorknob on it. And the top is also bowing downward, so they probably had something heavy like a flower pot or something. Maybe a little wastebasket there. But welcome back. It is trash picking morning, trash picking day. We're out here pretty early, just before 7 o'clock. Now, just before 7 o'clock isn't early. It's just a month ago we were out at 8 o'clock. So sun's coming up a lot earlier. Let's find some treasure today. Hopefully the schedule is still a little messed up from the snowstorm last Monday, Sunday. So we're hopeful. We're out here. Let's find some treasure. Let's do it. Let's see if this is actually still in good shape. Donate this to a shelter. It should be in good shape. This is kind of missing. I guess you can double it as a house, right? You don't really need that front thing. Make a little cat house out of it. Maybe we'll paint it, make it like extravagant. So I had this one cat. Oh, I've had a bunch of cats that kind of live in my barn, but like they come and go, and then like they disappear for years, and then you never see them again. I don't know where they go. I don't know if they die or move on to a better life, but I have one cat that keeps running into my barn. Maybe you'd rather be on my porch, but I know there's no cover on my porch. Maybe we'll build him a nice little home. His name is Skittles, because I was on a freeze-dried Skittles crunch when I first saw him. His name is Skittles, black and white. Well, something you don't see a lot of, but you see a lot of artwork. I just like this frame. Oh, it's one of those puzzle pieces. It's upside down. I don't know why that upside down. Is it actually a puzzle or is it just... No, it is a puzzle. Seems like a vintage baseball theme. Pretty cool. Somebody might actually buy that rather than just use it for a frame. Now I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly, this was the house that was throwing away a lot of vintage stuff, and everything was kind of on the front porch. And then I looked at a box, or I looked at a chair, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, but it's missing like this little piece. Let's see what's in this box. Oh, recyclables. Shucks. A little box of old books. Very cool suitcase. That's in there pretty good. It's garbage. Cool old suitcase. That'd make a great movie prop. See if there's anything in it. I don't mind throwing out whatever's inside, but IBM Field Engineering Handbook and another one. Kind of smells like IKEA. That's a cool, like, that'd be like a cool movie prop. You're looking for something for like the 70s, 80s. Go in the office. Uh-oh. Parked on snow / ice. I had trouble getting out again today, this morning. Because the slush and all that froze from yesterday, overnight. Right now it's 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Just gotta grab that metal, but it's like, I don't know. It's like stuck in there on something else. I think these are metal chairs. I think they look nice. Screw metal chairs, so they might be selling there. Nope, they're definitely metal. Very nice chairs. trying to think if I bought any storage units or did anything storage unit this past week. But the answer is no. Put their garbage bag back where it was. Just gonna park right here in the middle of the road. Kind of pulled up a little bit, gave a little space. Good thing I did, because that person had to get through. Thinking ahead, just like I'm thinking about this chair. Good old metal. I remember when the people over here had about 30 Lego boxes, like the architecture ones. And I was so excited. I was like, there's no way they're in here. They weren't in there. But it was kind of interesting. They threw away like 30 really expensive set, just the boxes. And it's kind of like showing everyone like, hey, look, I just spent $8 grand on Legos. I don't know. To me, it's like probably not the best thing to be throwing out all in one shot. Maybe throw out 1 a week, 2 a week. Not all of them. It's like back in the golden days of the big televisions. You never wanted to throw away a television box or a computer box. I can't be the only one who thought like that. If you know, you know. This kind of makes me sad because I'm pretty confident I found one of these a while back, and I was like, I wish there was 4, and I don't know what I did with the other one. I hope that bus turns. Yeah, no, that definitely, I definitely found one here. And they're really cool mid-century chairs. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I'm gonna get across the street, I don't know. I might never get across the street. Oh, that person's zooming. Alright. Made it back across the street. Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident I found the same exact chair and I found a wall. These aren't in great shape, but they have no name on the bottom. So wonder if I can take a photo of it. See if Google gives me the right thing. Vintage dining chair appears to be from 1950. Delchrome dinette diner chair. Delchrome dinette diner chair. This one has a rip. And some stains. Pretty cool. Just needs the table. Which I think they need the table really to sell it. You can sell the chairs or you can sell the table individually, but if you have all of it, it just makes it a lot easier. But they're cool. Let's see what we got with this guy. Sometimes these just come out with ease. Here we go. What it needs is a screwdriver, which I can probably get it done in 2 seconds at home. Not exactly going to be scrapping right in front of the guy's house, but there's actually a lot of weight there. That's probably Probably about $4, I would say, in scrap. All it needs is 4 screws to be taken off, and you take off that whole front. I don't know if it's a kick plate. But yeah, it's about $4 there. Not bad. Oh, see more right there. So now I gotta, I guess, park over here. Walk. Should just put it in reverse, but I'll just walk. We'll just walk. Remember last week I was talking about like the Christmas trees and stuff? They're throwing away a whole bunch of stuff over there. Bunch of reefs. Reefs, not reefs. Reefs with a W. I had someone who was getting all triggered because I don't really pronounce my WRs and THs. I think it's kind of the New York in me. Like the one thing that kind of has stuck around the accent of any sort of New York talk. I'm not one of those people who say water. Go shopping by the water. I think that's more of a Boston anyway. But yeah, WRs and THs will be the death of me until I die. And if it triggers you, I don't know, get cultured. Keeping on the tradition. I do think it's kind of amazing how we are finding a bunch of metal and a bunch of stuff. The reason why I'm saying that is because although a lot of people might just be like, oh, it's just another day in paradise and all that fun stuff, whenever we have delays because of a snowstorm or something else or a holiday, every single time over the past 8 years of doing this, the entire week in terms of actual finding things is very, very slim. Because what happens is there's other people who do trash picking, and a lot of people forget that the schedule is delayed. So other trash pickers came out yesterday thinking this was getting picked up yesterday, even though it got delayed one day. So you lose 50% of the stuff. And then if there's another person who does scrap and they also come out at the same time I always come out, I'm then competing with them for 50% less stuff. So if you start doing the math, all of a sudden if there was 100 items out there, there's now like 25 or 50. So you really cut it down by a lot. And of course, obviously, you know, if it's snow, I'm sure a lot of people, well, this obviously the snow melted, but if there was a lot of snow, a lot of people are just not putting out stuff in a snowstorm. I don't know what bird that was. Yeah, look at this thing. Probably doesn't work, but they got this nice liner in there. I don't even know if it's a liner. Might be a liner. I don't know what I'm going to do with my mid-century chairs. One's ripped, so that's not good. So I say that one's ripped, but I see that was the one that was ripped and stained. That one's actually in good shape. Is anyone really going to buy 2 dining room chairs? Dinette chairs, I should say. Not dining room. Well, I guess it is dining room. Maybe, maybe not. I know I didn't do very well with the last mid-century chairs I had while I was at the flea market. They might have made this really easy on Good Taco. Might have. We'll see when we get there. Sure looks like it's promising right now. I don't know what's ticking back there. frozen in there. Yeah, something. I think maybe it's a chair, or maybe it's just metal shaking. Trying not to get crushed. I hear it, but I don't see it. Now I see it. Alright, the garbage truck is down the street. Not this street, well, this street, but the other way. The thing I love about these are the wires on this thing. No, let's try not to die. The wires on this thing are like, they go on forever. And I guess it kind of maybe feels like they go on forever. And when I say on this thing, I mean the canister. Or as opposed to the ones that stand. These probably go on forever because you actually have to pull them out of this thing. Out of the canister. You actually pull it all out, and it just feels like you're constantly pulling and pulling. Maybe it's just a gimmick. Maybe it just makes you think there's a lot. But that's good wire. That's the good stuff. There's the garbage truck directly in front of us, taking up the entire road. I guess we'll take a left. Whole bunch of random stuff out here. I know exactly what that is. Just by what the top of it is. Oh geez. Probably should pick that up. That's not going to be good to have on the ground. Where'd that go? Yeah, you don't want a lithium ion battery just on the ground. This is a bong. The bomb to a baseball handle. Chair back here. Some way, somehow, we'll have to play 20,000 pickup of that. These are actually good if you need them. But then again, I guess everything's good if you need it. The snow right here is still solid, so I can step on it, which is nice. Alrighty, so another busy road, another busy day. Oh, they got a Cocker Spaniel in that in that car, sitting in the driver's seat. Very cool, very cool. Anyway, yeah, we found a bunch of stuff today. I was surprised, and I mean surprised. We found a ton of stuff that I just recently picked up. I just realized there was actually like a black case that was underneath that bong. I probably should have looked into black case, but I figured it kind of went to the black case. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on with this thing. And then I just completely got sidetracked with those other pieces of bedding. Should say just the bed frame. that I completely forgot to look back in that case. It looked almost like it might have been like a small tattoo set kind of case. I've seen them in storage units. So yeah, anyway, it's been fun. We found a bunch of stuff today on today's episode. We got some really cool chairs also. Might discard the one with the tear in it and all that because, well, I know from personal experience it's not even really worth it to even sell them, but let alone replace it or repair it. However, I'll take a little bit more of a look at home and see what I want to do with them. Maybe they're gold, maybe they're not. Mid-century chairs in the trash, can't beat it. Scrap metal, free money, gotta see it, gotta love it. Anyway, thanks for tagging along for another episode. If you guys enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe down below for more treasure hunts. And of course, until next time, here at Taco Stacks, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.